Welcome to Freeway Moments. In this episode we will be looking at the Freeway Express interface. Freeway Pro is very similar, but it does have more advanced features, and we'll be looking at those in a future episode. The Freeway application window is divided into a number of areas. At the top we have the toolbar. To the left is the site pane, and at the bottom we have hyperlinks and views, and of course most prominently we have the area where you'll be doing your work. There are also a couple of palettes which we'll be looking at as well. Let's start with the toolbar. We have a number of icons here which will help you create a website really easily. The back and forward buttons let you step through pages you have previously looked at in Freeway. These work in much the same way as the back and forward buttons do in Finder. The select tool lets you select and manipulate items on a page. You can use this to move, resize and click into boxes to enter text. Just like that. Next to it we have the zoom tool. This allows you to magnify an area of the page so that then you can work at really high degrees of accuracy. This allows you to have pixel perfect placement of any object on the page simply by moving it around at a close view. I just double click on zoom, press the home key and get us back to where we were before. The HTML tool lets you draw HTML text boxes on the page. It also allows you to draw other items such as tables, buttons, checkboxes and other elements you'd find in forms. Next to this we have the Actions tool. Actions are Freeway's plugins. They add extra functionality to your web page and create some quite interesting effects. We've got a number here in this menu which you can draw out, and we'll be looking at some of these in a future episode. The Graphics tool lets you draw boxes into which you can drop graphics from, say, iPhoto or Finder. By default you get a rectangle, but you can also choose to draw an irregular box shape, and we also have a tool which will allow you to draw an oval or a circle. The Map Area tool lets you select or define small areas of an image to which a hyperlink can be applied. By default you get a rectangle, but you can also draw out ovals and irregular path shapes. The Rotate tool does pretty much what it says on the icon. You can select a graphic item and just click a corner to rotate it. You get a handy indicator which shows you what the angle of rotation is. The Flow tool lets you flow text between text boxes on a page. Let's move on to the site pane. The site pane gives you an overview of your website. At the top we have a list of master pages in your site. Beneath it we have an overview of the website itself. This shows folders, pages and gives you an indication of the file structure of the site. The order of pages doesn't matter when it comes to publishing the site itself, but obviously you'll want to organise them sensibly and logically, and you can just move pages around if you need to, and Freeway will reorganise them for you. At the bottom of the site pane we have a couple of small buttons. This button deletes pages or folders from the site, and this button will give you a menu of things to do. We can add new pages and folders, for example. Also at the bottom of the page we have an area which handles hyperlinks. Again, we'll be looking at this in a future episode. We also have some buttons which handle the view in the main pane of the site. We can look at the master page for the page which we're currently working on, the page itself, and if we click on the preview button we will get a WebKit preview of the site. This is how the site will look in Safari. At the top of the window we have a couple of icons. These allow us to open palettes which help us further enhance our website. The colours icon opens up the standard Apple Colors interface. The inspector icon opens up the inspector palette, which is context sensitive. Depending on what we've selected, depends on what items are displayed in each of the tabs in the palette. For example, for a graphic, we've got the positions and any background colour. We can also apply special effects to the item and also control its output. This concludes our quick tour of the Freeway interface. We've looked at the toolbar, the site pane, quick look at hyperlinks and views, as well as the inspector palette. We'll be covering some of these subjects in greater detail in future episodes, so stay tuned. Goodbye for now.